Can we ask that are there any following questions after you hear侯友宜presentation? Did Ho convince you in the defense policy?
Well, let me just say a few things. We had a very detailed and substantive discussion today between Mayor Ho and Taiwan specialists in the Washington, D.C. area. Mayor Ho engaged directly with the Americans attending, and they did so with him as well. My co-hosts and I believe that people on the American side got a very good understanding of Mayor Ho's views on cross-strait relations and U.S.-Taiwan relations, and we're grateful for that. And I think that Mayor Ho heard very clearly what the interests and concerns of people on the American side were. So thank you.
So did you discuss the 92 concessions during the meeting, 1992 concessions?
Well, this was a closed-door meeting. What was said in the room stayed in the room. So I can't really talk about the details. I mean, I would say that it was substantive, very engaging, and both sides learned a lot.
What exactly are you looking for from Taiwan's presidential candidates when it comes to national security? Is it the start of military conscription? Is it the spending on new weapons? What do you want to know from them?
Well, it's all of that. I think that we understand that Taiwan faces great challenges, both domestically and externally. But I think Taiwan's leaders understand that as well. And so this kind of discussion allows us to go over those issues.
What can the presidential candidate in Taiwan to do dissipated of the tension and risk?
I'm sorry?
What can the presidential candidate in Taiwan to do dissipated on the tensions and risk? How to lower risk of the candidate? Is侯友宜is to do well or impressive view in this?
It's very noisy here. I'm sorry. I can't hear you so well.
Is that impressive view about侯友宜his skill about leadership to communicate with China?
Well, I'm not going to talk about details. I will say it was a very engaging discussion, very substantive discussion, and it was one that from which we gained a lot.
And
okay?
The three candidates, which one is more authentic?
That's a question that I refuse to answer.
Do you feel more confident with him after the meeting?
Well, I think I've answered that question already, and in the way I described the discussion.
Given that there's a chance of collaboration between presidential candidates and parties, will you hold these meetings again in the future?
Well, I think the situation domestically in Taiwan is so uncertain that it's impossible to answer that question. We'll just have to see what happens.
Did you give him any suggestions to deal with the cross-strait relations or the U.S.-Taiwan relations?
Well, that goes into the details of the conversation, and what was said in the room stayed in the room.
And President Biden has said multiple times that he will defend Taiwan when the PLA invaded this, and the Mayor Ho seems to support this idea. Did you discuss the issue today meeting?
That has to do with the details of the meeting, which stay in the room. So, thank you very much. Appreciate your interest.
太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，我吃了2-3天，最明显的感觉是睡眠品质竟然变好了。睡得好，让我整个人工作更专注，心情也变得更稳定更好。因为太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，才让我认识到克菲尔益生菌，它是由多支菌种的益生菌所组合而成，不仅能够维护消化道机能正常运作，还拥有多种有益健康的保健功能，相当强大。 你知道吗？有台大教授专门研究它，称它是神仙的礼物。上千篇的国际研究证实，克菲尔益生菌不仅帮助肠道健康，肠道菌透过肠脑轴影响全身器官，所以维持肠道菌丛的平衡是解锁身体健康、精神健康的钥匙。 对帮助睡眠、维持好情绪真的很有感。也因为这不是药，有季节敏感、代谢困扰、关心恶性细胞风险的好朋友，选择太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，做好日常的保养，身体健康没负担。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Feel Good，请上快点购健康下单，输入推荐代码有额外的折扣。